Hey everybody, it's Mr. Rogers. So I usually have a lab when we're all in person and everything is kind of normal. We have a lab where I give out a bunch of cards and we have to decide what classifications all these different organisms have. And so we have to kind of separate them into different groups and talk about why they're in that group and not this other group. Obviously, we can't do that even in person. And so I found this virtual lab that kind of allows us to categorize life and also check ourselves with the check button down below. So you have these 6 boxes. You'll see that up here there is organisms up here. If we grab one of the organisms and we bring it down to the microscope, it gives us some details about what the living thing looks like. And we can compare it to the details of what we find for these things. So we can go to plants, we can read what plants have, see if there's anything that kind of matches up. Well, this guy does not move, says no locomotion, which is another word for movement. Produces its own food, it says make its own food, has a nuclei in the cells, and it says many celled. Let's see if it says anything about many cells. Well, it says large green leaves, so we're gonna assume it's large. So we're gonna put this guy in plants, and then we can even check it. I'm right. It says I'm right. So you're gonna do this for all 5, and we're gonna do. I would like you to do at least probably 10 to 15. If you look at the sheet, I think it says 15. If you do 10, I'm happy. So you write down the scientific name, the common name, the cell number, and the feeding and the kingdom right here. And then you have some questions you got to answer. And so if I go back to my guy here, I can go back to this guy if I want to. And I can find out, okay, so this is, we have the name right here, kennel plant right there. And we're going to go over here, write that down as a common name. Some of these chenille plant, sorry.
Scientific name, Acalypha hispida.
So that gives you a scientific name. If you can't really think of a way to spell it, just go for it. I'm okay with that. If not, just Google it and you can find the scientific name. I'm not too worried about that. The cell number, cell type, feeding, and kingdom. Then you have these 4 questions down here, 5 questions, sorry. Really quick, answer them, and then make sure to turn this in. Now, when I open up the Google Docs, I'm assuming the formatting is okay. Yeah, the formatting should be okay. And so make sure that you answer all the questions. Last week I talked about the fact I want you guys to start answering questions in different colors. So I would like you to answer it in red, maybe. That way it stands out. Because if you can see here, that stands out a lot better than just black stuff. Now, it doesn't really matter so much in this assignment, but in other assignments, it really helps me out to see what you wrote. So I hope that's helpful. I hope the lab goes well. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll help you as quickly as I can, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Good luck classifying.